What's up, guys, and welcome to Battlefield Hardline. I was going to say heist mode, that's completely wrong. Hotwire mode. This is a new mode that has been in the Battlefield Hardline beta and of course will be in the real game. And this is a mode that we haven't seen before. This is unique to this game. And is it any good? Should it be improved? And if it does need to be improved, how should it be improved? If you haven't seen my previous video, then you can find that, and that talks about Battlefield Hardline in general. This, of course, will add on to that, but this is just more looking at this particular game mode and just feeding back to see, hopefully, when it launches, that this game mode will be a big success. What heist mode is, it's like a mixture between capture the flag and actually conquest, where I would say it's actually probably more similar to conquest than anything else. And I'll show you here, if we get out of here. What you have to do is find these vehicles, and then you have to drive around the map, and as you drive around the map you will decrease the enemy's score, just like you're holding a capture point. The capture point in this case actually is a vehicle. Vehicles will vary between different sorts of vehicles, so like one of the big things you get in most maps is this big fuel truck, which of course is pretty slow to drive and will actually blow up if it's shot enough, like any other car, but of course it's a massive explosion because it's a big fuel truck. Now, the first thing I would say about this game mode is that I do enjoy it. I've been playing all the game modes, and to be honest, all of them are pretty good. But I'd say that the main issue I have with this particular game mode, and hopefully it's one that can be sorted out because I think it has a lot of potential, is just the fact that I spend way too much time driving around the map in a car. Now, the big difference really that between Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 is that you are an engineer. You actually don't start with an RPG or anything like that. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that was unnecessary skills by killing him and running him over. But yeah, if you look in the mechanic loadout, you see I have this M79, and that, other than this sabotage, is the only explosive you start with. You can find an RPG somewhere around the map on each map, and then you can use this to blow up some cars and vehicles and things like that. Which is definitely better, because if you started with an RPG, then it would be way too easy to actually kill everything, and if you didn't have an RPG, then you'd be screwed, because everyone else would, and you wouldn't be able to blow up some vehicles. Now this works in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, because of course you've got tanks, which are big, heavy tanks, and need something big to blow them up. But in this, that just wouldn't work, because you're driving around in these lightweight, fast cars that then can be damaged by actual weapons that you start off with, so it means that every class actually has a chance. Will I kill him? Will I kill him? No. It means that everyone can actually kill vehicles, and you don't need to be an engineered class to actually do some damage. Now, the downside is that I find that I'm just driving around the map way too much in one of these vehicles. This might just be because it's only 32 player, but I'd say the main thing really is that there needs to be something else to do. Once you've captured a vehicle and once you're driving it around, all you've got to do is keep driving at a certain pace. No, let's just get back in that car. You have to drive around in a certain pace, and then if no one else actually manages to catch up to you, or you're driving around in a way where there isn't anyone else around, then it just you almost get bored. Now I don't mean bored as in you're sitting in a waiting room waiting for the doctor sort of bored. But I mean, we're playing this high-speed chase game, and there's not much of a high-speed chase. Now, at the moment, you see, it's not too bad. There are a lot of cars driving around, and all the time it's like that, it's great. But as soon as you are driving around in one of these cars, and you're driving around quite tactically, where a lot of other people aren't, then it just means that you've not got much to do other than drive around in a circle. So if they could add something else to do while you're actually driving around, or just have some way of meaning that you won't be driving around in a circle for a while, then I think that would be good. I'm not a particularly creative, well, maybe I am, but in this case I'm not entirely sure how they can fix it, but hopefully they will find a way just to mean that you're not driving around the map quite so much. Other than that though, the game mode is pretty good. When you're in a car like this and you've got a load of guys outside the window shooting stuff that comes near you, this is when Hardline is at its best. This is something you just don't get in Battlefield 4, not at least like this. Obviously you can fit multiple people in a tank, but to be honest, this is a lot more fun than I've had in Battlefield 4. And definitely feels like a unique game as well. Oh, I can take him out, I missed. But you see, because you can do damage with all weapons, then it actually... Sure, it's not very realistic that if you shoot a car it will blow up, because it won't, but in this case it's pretty fun, and it means that it's definitely a game mode that I think has a lot of potential, and that will see quite a lot of people playing it. I've been playing a lot of Conquest, a lot of Heist, and a lot of Hotwire, and I would say that I've been probably playing Conquest and enjoying Conquest more, but that's only because of that issue I talked about, where you'll find that you're kind of just driving around in circles a bit too much. It works quite well in the sense that all maps are quite different, so you have to be slightly different on your tactics, but it'd almost be good to see different sorts of vehicles, not just the occasional lorry truck like we have here, where there's just more variety in the vehicles, because at the moment it's really just sort of cars, and if you stand still, eventually someone will drive past you and you can shoot them. What else needs to be fixed about this game though? Well, I would definitely say shotguns kind of need a nerfing. I mean, they aren't really that shotgun-y, to be perfectly honest. You can kill someone in 2 shots from across the other side of the room. Not sure whether that's realistic or not. I've never been shotgun shooting, but it doesn't seem particularly balanced if you ask me. Yeah, that's right, mate. That's right. Alright, let's get in this car. I'll see how long I can actually go before someone shoots me. If you're an engineer, maybe not just engineer actually, but you can have a little perk gadget that will mean you've got nitrous in your... That was poor, I didn't want to do that. I can kill him though. Realistic. Oh, go, go, go! Oh, that was... I was trying to do something and I was really failing there. Yeah, so shotguns are probably a little bit overpowered. Snipers... Yeah, definitely overpowered. When I said about it in the last video, I hadn't discovered that people can use this. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's like magnum shots or something, and then they start to kill you in one shot, and it's just pretty ridiculous. But I'm sure they've probably had enough feedback on that to know that that's the case. You've got the classic events that we saw in Battlefield 4, where, like in this case, if you shoot all the supports, then that tower will fall down. In the map Dust Bowl, you will see that a dust cloud will actually come. Oh god. Just go, just go, just go, just drive. Now this is one of the slow vehicles I told you about. There's normally one of these on a map. Yeah, but almost be good if there was like a vehicle that had some sort of mounted gun or something on it. Or just a way that you could... Oh, this is risky. This is risky. But he's paid off. It's paid off. There he is. I'm going to get in that other car. I'm not having any of this. See how long I can actually go before someone actually finds me. It's alright all the time you've got someone else in your car, but if you're just driving around by yourself, it does get a little bit dry. Now the other thing I would definitely say about this game is the performance-wise, it has been running pretty well. But I did touch on a second ago about the random events that happen, and one of the most noticeable things that I noticed whenever I was playing that map was as soon as you got the dust cloud come in, then the performance of the game would drop significantly. For me, it doesn't make too much difference because I went from about 110 frames a second to about 70. But if you're running on low-end hardware, or if you're running a higher resolution, then that is going to drop your frame rate drastically. I did play in 4K for a little bit, and as soon as the dust cloud comes in, it goes from being playable to verging on unplayable. So if they find a way to do... Oh, that car's going to blow up. If they find a way to fix that, and towers just come down, but I missed it. This event isn't too bad. It doesn't seem to make too much difference. Frame rate's hovering about the same sort of thing. You've got these perks as well, similar to what we had in Battlefield 4, except they're probably improved, to be honest. You've got the grapple gun. That seems to work quite well now, where you can go up stuff. And you've also got a zip line if you want it, where you can go down stuff. It's better than it was in the last beta. It's more usable. It is a useful thing to have. But maybe they can find a way to... Oh, that was good. That I'm happy with that. No, I didn't get him. I've been shot across the map in a sniper before in like 2 shots, which I thought was pretty stupid. But I haven't found myself screaming at this game saying this is gas, this is rubbish, or anything like that. It's been pretty fair, to be honest. We're going to lose, though. I was doing so well, but... There you go, top of the table. That's me, PC Centric, top of the table. Best Battlefield Hardline player ever. Yep, 100%. But no, I think the main thing I would take away from this beta, because it ends today, at least at the time of filming, if you're watching this, well, by the time you're watching this, it probably has ended, to be honest, unless you're watching this as soon as the video comes out. But I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the full game, and if you haven't played the beta, you definitely have missed out. Of course, the full game is available in March, so you don't have that long to wait. But if you are a fan of just Battlefield in general, I think you're going to like this. But if you've thought Battlefield maybe can be a little bit too serious at times, then I think you'll probably also like this. And I definitely think, as far as alternative ways for the series to go, I think this has done a very good job. So thank you so much for checking out this video and my thoughts on, I was going to say heist again, on Hotwire. It's a good game mode, and I think as long as they fix that tiny issue whereby you can get a little bit bored just driving around the map, I think it's going to be a very good game mode. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the real game. If you like this video, of course, don't forget to give it a like. If you didn't like this video, likewise, give it a dislike. And if you wanted to see the previous video I did on this, where I was talking just generally more about the features of Battlefield Hardline, then you can find that video in the description below. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.